Well, I was fascinated by it, really. I could see that there was a lot of evidence base to show that it was an effective course, and I wondered what it was really all about. So I did a course myself, and then I thought, perhaps I could help introduce some of those people to each other and help facilitate the course. A lot of the course is about self-management, about looking after yourself, which I thought was one of the real strengths of the course, actually. And as I was going through it, you can't help but become involved yourself. So you're talking to other people, you're sharing your problems, you're sharing some of the issues that are affecting you most. So I found it actually really reinforcing and a great bonding with other people on the course. I've done a lot of work for carers, and the course that I facilitated was the Hope for Carers course. And it was fantastic to actually get so close to the people who are really struggling doing their caring work, that is caring for their loved ones at home. And although I was a commissioner before, we could see it at a distance, to actually become involved with the people and see their day-to-day problems really did affect me quite deeply. And it was fantastic how the feedback that we were getting was so supportive, and they found it a really valuable course, even though they'd been in other courses before. Well, I didn't think that I had learned anything about myself, but when I got the feedback from the course moderators, I was quite surprised actually, because we also had to do a profile as to our own personality traits. And yes, there were some things that came out quite surprisingly. Apparently the top one for me was kindness, which I was actually quite pleased to see. I like the idea that that is one of my strongest personality traits, if you like, and I didn't know that before. I would say certainly think about it very carefully, but in short, do it. It does take a lot of time, and it's also quite draining emotionally, because you will become involved with other people on the course. That's the whole point of the course. But you're also going to be very supportive. I would also say try not to get too involved yourself. You're not there to provide any answers. You're just there to help facilitate. You're not there. It's very tempting to get drawn into trying to go into solution mode. So that, I think, would be a good bit of advice. Fantastically rewarding and very satisfying, and you won't regret doing it, but don't underestimate the amount of work. One thing that's very good is that you can do it in your own time, so you might end up doing it in the evenings or early mornings. There's no set times when you have to do it, but certainly look at it very carefully. Do the course yourself first, so that you understand how it all works, and then become a facilitator, and I think you'll find it very rewarding. It does take quite a bit of time, as I mentioned before, but it's your own time. You can do it at any time of the day or night, so you can fit it in. You don't have to schedule any specific times to do it. It does take a bit of discipline, and the way I worked for me was that I worked very closely with my other co-facilitator, and we took it in turns. We had one day on and one day off. That was very helpful. And one of the recommendations I've made is that we should always have at least one other facilitator. I think it's really good to know the co-facilitator well. That's very helpful. And also there's a new group that we formed called Support for Facilitators, where you can go through some of the practical, operational and other emotional problems that you may have as well. That's very, very supportive, and that's been really useful.